Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review of the Morphe Icy Fantasy palette. But here's the catch. I know you guys saw that opening with the purple, blue, pink, whatever hair that pretty much matched that palette. Like right now this is being filmed like a week and a half later. I dyed my hair. God damn it. So I'm filming this in the future. So initially I was going to have the Morphe palette a part of my drugstore haul, but I actually spent a lot of time talking about it and using it, and it just needed its own video, honestly, which is why I'm making this new intro. But in a moment you're going to see that I have a different hair color. Just to avoid any confusion, I'm just trying to clear that up. This is the future. Subscribe. Smack the bell. Ring it. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. Like this video if you like what you see. And if you're not an alley cat, become one. Come into the alley. My boyfriend won't let me have thousands and thousands of cats, so if you can just become a part of my alley cats, then technically I would have thousands and thousands of cats one day. Maybe. Help a crazy cat lady out. So let's just get into the review of the Morphe Icy Fantasy palette. From the future! I've been waiting for this moment. I've been dying for this. Let me pull this out. Look how pretty this box is. Just the box alone is so pretty. Okay, so this is the Morphe 351 Icy Fantasy Artistry palette. I believe this was the collab with Pony. I've heard some mixed reviews. This palette retails for $25, and yes, it is the collab with Pony Park, a makeup artist, YouTuber. She's South Korean. She is stunning. I've watched her videos for a long time, and this palette is meant to be just like icy and ethereal, and that's one of my absolute favorite makeup styles, is ethereal makeup. Like, I have heard that the shadows are kind of patchy, that there's maybe not the best payoff, but we'll see. I'll see my own opinion here. Look how cute this is. You gonna see it? It's like my freaking hair. Look at that. Look at it. It has all of the shades on here. Here are the shades. I think it's a beautiful shade range. I don't think I'm gonna swatch them all on camera, but I am going to use this to do my eyes today. Let me swatch a few though. Brilliant. That'd make for a pretty highlight actually. I was kind of hoping for a little more payoff when I swatched that. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the shade Rosy Haze. I'm seeing what people are talking about here. The shimmery shades, they almost seem like toppers. They don't come with a lot of payoff. They seem to have a similar micro pearl. I felt like when I swatched that just now, I had to kind of rub my finger around a few times to be able to get even that much payoff. This doesn't feel like Morphe's usual shimmer formulation. Yes, there we go. Okay, so I swatched the shade Imagine, the shade that's right next to Rosy Haze. This is Morphe's usual shimmer formulation, so this must be something different. It's this right here. That is their normal formulation. This must be a different shadow altogether. Oh, ooh, what are you? Look at what I just swatched. That is the shade Frostbite. This looks like a pressed glitter. This is how it's swatched on my hand. You definitely need some sort of base for this to stick to. I would apply it with a brush and not your finger, because it really sticks to your finger and you're going to end up kind of wasting product that way. This seems to be the only glitter topper in the palette. The rest are that micro pearl glitter topper, Morphe's usual mattes, their usual shimmers are all beautiful. So that seems to be the three types of shadows that are in here. Let me just figure out what look I'm actually going to create with this, and I'll be right back. So I'm back. And I have my opinions. So my real opinion of this palette, so far, because I did this one eye, is that it's actually a really good palette. I actually really love the shimmery shades. This pressed glitter is everything. It applied so beautifully, like, ooh! It applied so nicely. Do I think that all of you should run out, go into Ulta, and grab this palette? Nah. I wouldn't be like running out and buying it immediately, you know. If this is definitely like your aesthetic and you love pastel shades and multifaceted, shimmery shadows, then I would say get it. I would say it's definitely worth it. It's only $25. That's not bad. But I wouldn't say it's their best palette either. I've had better palettes from Morphe. Like, I love Morphe, and I have many of their palettes. I would personally purchase it again. I really love it, but I don't think that it's like a must-have. Like, you have to go buy this right now. That's my opinion on it. I will show you guys a few shades applied so you can just see how it applies to my eyes. So I applied a white base to my eyes. I used the NYX gel liner for this, and I just smudged it across my lid. I think a white base for pastel shades is almost essential if you want the color payoff. If you go in directly on your skin tone, it might not have the same payoff as what I was able to get out of it with a white base. The white really holds on to the color and makes it stand out. Also make the colors more rich and deeper with a black base if you wanted to do a black base instead. The first shade that I went in with is the shade Deliver Shiver. Just going in with a crease brush to apply this. It's blending out beautifully. It's not patchy. I think that shade is just like stunning, and especially with my hair color, it's so perfect. Then I went in with the shade Arctic Abyss. First glance, it looks like it's going to be gray, just like a dark gray, but it actually is still within that purple family. I believe that it can deepen many of the shades beautifully. And this performs just like the other shade. It's the same formulation, it blends out beautifully, very similar to other Morphe shadows. So right on my lid, I'm going in with the shade Brilliant. I'm going in with my finger first and pressing that right on my lid. The shade is so pretty. I'm going to go in with a flat synthetic brush to apply it. I'm taking that in my inner corner as well. So now I'm going to be going in with Chill Thrill, putting that up underneath my lash line. Then going in with the shade Mystical and putting that right over top of the other shade. This shade is similar to Brilliant, that finish, where there's not a lot of color payoff to the base of it. It's more of the actual shimmer that is what's pulling through for me. I wanted to do a base color up underneath it. That's what's really going to help these shadows, is a base color. You need something for them to sit on top of, to pop off of, because if you apply them on their own, it's going to look like crap. It's not going to look like anything. So you need a base shadow or a cream base, anything that they can pop off of. Now going in with the shade Frost Brights. Oh, that is the only pressed glitter in the palette. And honestly, they should have put more pressed glitter in this palette because this shade is amazing. I actually love the formulation, and I really wish that they would have put more shades like this in the palette. I'm applying it without a base, no glitter glue, and it's going on beautifully. And the other side hasn't moved. I'm gonna be right back because I'm gonna do my lashes, and I didn't buy any new lashes, so I just put on Ardell Wispies 113. So yeah, this is the look I created with the Morphe Icy Fantasy palette. And I really like it. I think it's really pretty. Like, I get some of the hate. I understand it. Not all of it, because I think if you use the shadows in different ways than maybe you're used to using your own shadows, then you're going to find out that you really like it. I had to play with it a bit. I had to learn it a little bit. Obviously, I'm a small ass YouTuber. I am not sponsored by Morphe. Don't worry about that. In my dreams. Literally, I dream about it. Like the video, turn on that notification bell so you know when I post. I post every Friday. And become an alley cat. Alley cat. I love you guys. Bye.